Today I want to talk to you about two strategies that you can use to compete against Amazon and win. That's right, both you and Amazon are competing for the same customer, and the customer chooses your product instead of Amazon's. So, how do we do this? Well, to be able to do this strategy and use this strategy, you need to be somewhat familiar with how to use a Keepa graph. If you've never heard of Keepa and you're curious about what it is, Keepa is a free program that's online. You can gain access with it on your desktop or your mobile phone, and it is a program that tracks almost every single item on Amazon. It tracks the sales rank history. It tracks the pricing history for Amazon, the pricing history for third-party sellers, the pricing histories for different conditions of third-party sellers that they're selling on Amazon. It tracks so much information. I don't have time to tell you how much it tracks, but it gives you a wealth of information that you can use to make a smarter sourcing decision. And if you have no idea what it is, go check out a free tutorial I have made to walk you through how to understand and read a Keepa graph. You can find that at fulltimefba.com/read Keepa. But today I want to talk to you about two strategies that you can use to compete against Amazon and win, but you need to use a Keepa graph to be able to use this strategy. So right now I'm going to go to my desktop computer. I'm going to show you what it is, walk you through my thought process, how you can know the times where you can compete against Amazon and win. So let's go check that out. All right, here we are looking at a Keepa graph of a toy Paw Patrol Nickelodeon Zuma's hovercraft. And to give you a little crash course on Keepa, you can see this graph on the left side of the graph. You can see the price, $30 down to $0. You can see the dates at the bottom of the screen that correspond to the date range showing the last 3 months. You can change it to the last month, the last week, the last day. You can look at the last year, or you can look at the lifetime of the history of this product. And on the right side, you can see the sales rank, 0 all the way up to 4,000. So you can see this graph has a lot of information. So as you can see, there is an orange line and a green line. And I've only decided to choose those lines to look at for this video. There's so many other things that we can choose. But to look at these two things first, the sales rank is the green. So we can see that the sales rank continues to go up and down a lot, meaning lots of sales. It continues to stay ranked under 4,000 in toys, which is really good. And the orange line is Amazon's price. So the question is, how can we use this information to compete against Amazon and win? Well, the number one way you can compete against Amazon is when Amazon is out of stock. Now that seems obvious, but how can we know for sure that Amazon's going to go out of stock in the future? Now, Keepa does a very interesting thing, and I'm going to hover the cursor over the graph, and it's going to show you a lot of information. But when we're looking at this graph, you can see that there is a shaded area and then there is a white area. The shaded area means Amazon is in stock. The white area means that Amazon is out of stock. And so if you're outsourcing and you find an item that Amazon is in stock and you're like, oh man, I wish I could sell this item on Amazon, but Amazon's in stock and everyone says don't compete against Amazon. Well, here's a time where you can compete against Amazon and win, because you can see during the last 3 months, about half the time Amazon is out of stock. So over the last 3 months, Amazon's been out of stock about half the time. I'm just kind of eyeing it. And you can see that third-party sellers have free reign while Amazon is out of stock during this time. So I wouldn't go too deep on a product to compete against Amazon, because you never know when they're going to be in stock to stay. But if you see over the last 3 months that Amazon has been in and out of stock, then I would suggest competing against Amazon. Not only could you do that, you can do it at a higher price. Let me turn on the new price line, and you can see what the price is when Amazon's out of stock. And you can see most of the time when Amazon is out of stock, the third-party new prices are even higher. So not only can you compete against Amazon, you can sell for a higher price than Amazon if you have the information. And so you can take a look at it. And at one point, this item was actually sold by a third-party seller, $24.95. And that's really good information, because just a month later or so, it's selling for $7.99. So this is really good information. All right, let's take a look at another item. All right, we've got this item here, and just by looking at it, you can see that during this 3-month time span, Amazon has been in stock the whole time. So that negates our first tip that you can compete against Amazon when Amazon's out of stock. Well, here they show they're not out of stock over the last 3 months. But here is another tip. The second way you can compete against Amazon and win is when Amazon shares the buy box. How can you know if Amazon's sharing the buy box? Well, again, with a keep a graph, you can activate the buy box button here, and it shows you the different times of the 3-month period at what price the buy box was at. And so you can see that during this time, Amazon was selling at $35.99, but the buy box was at $30.92 by a third-party seller. And you can see different times of this 3-month time span that Amazon shared the buy box with a third-party seller. Sometimes Amazon did not share the buy box, as you can see right here, but most of the time it seems like Amazon is sharing the buy box when a third-party seller is priced significantly lower than Amazon. There's very few times where the buy box price will be just a hair below, but it does happen, as you can see right here. On this date, Amazon's selling at $34.58. The buy box was at $33.92. And get this, every once in a while, Amazon even shares the buy box when the third-party seller is priced above Amazon. So on this particular toy, you can see that the history shows you that you can compete against Amazon and win. Now, again, I don't suggest going really deep on products like this, but if you're buying just 1 or 2 or maybe 5, it's an opportunity that you can compete against Amazon and win. All right, so now you are equipped with 2 strategies that you can use to compete against Amazon and win. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you can do with keep-a-graphs. In fact, I put everything I know into a course that will teach you how to understand a keep-a-graph, and it's called The Reseller's Guide to How to Keep a Camel, using Amazon sales rank history to make smart sourcing decisions. And so I walk you through everything I know about Keepa, but I also walk you through everything I know about Camel, Camel, Camel. And if you're like, what's Camel, Camel, Camel? It's another program that's free to use that also tracks pricing history and sales rank history, but in a different way. And so I put all those, both my knowledge of both of those programs into one course called How to Keep a Camel. Find out more information about it by going to howtokeepacamel.com, and you can find out more about pricing strategies, being able to know how deep to go on an inventory buy, when Amazon goes in and out of stock, being able to understand the pricing histories and strategies that you can use to increase your disbursements, all about the fast turn snowball, also the strategies to be able to find items that sell so much faster, and to be able to buy items that sell at the prices you expect them to avoid the tanking prices, and also how to understand items that have a sales rank of 0. There's times where you should buy those items that have a sales rank of 0. And so I walk you through all of that in my course, The Reseller's Guide to How to Keep a Camel. So if you go to howtokeepacamel.com, you'll find out more information about it, because this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you can do. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below if you want to, and be sure you subscribe to the blog, fulltimefba.com. That's where all of our information is delivered. You want to be sure you don't miss out on anything that we have. Plus, we got some free gifts for you for subscribing. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any of our upcoming video trainings, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more video trainings that come out very often. So fulltimefba.com/YouTube sends you right to being able to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, that's it for today. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.